and we give you the glory, the honor, and the praise, and everyone said, amen. I'm just going to start with a little bit of what we talked about last week, how we, this has been a rough year and a half. If you didn't get hit with COVID last year, you might have got hit with it this year. If you didn't, there's other things that could happen. You know, people like Stacy, Sister Stacy's just doing her thing, praising God, giving God all the glory, and a disaster in our house takes place.
Right.
You know,
Wow.
is allowing around us. And Habakkuk saw what God was allowing around him. And he couldn't understand it. If you read, the book of Habakkuk is a very interesting book. It's only 3 chapters, but it's very interesting because it kind of correlates with how we feel today, how he felt then. He knew who God was. He saw, he couldn't understand what God allowed him. Why? Why? Now, why, God? Why is this happening? How long, God? Haven't I been standing long enough? It's been 46 years. The Israelites only stood 40, Lord, and you brought them into the promised land. So why, Lord? Why? But we don't scope of God's planning. We want God's planning to be exactly like how we think. But I got news flash for you. I know maybe mostly none of you watch the news or you know, scroll up and down on your phone. But here's a news flash for you. God doesn't need your advice. He doesn't need you to and he's not asking you your permission.
Yeah.
We want God to say, well, you didn't come to me and ask me why you're doing this. Words of truth that he wants to speak to us straight into our hearts to expel the worries.
Hallelujah.
But there's a struggle going on inside of us. We say we trust God, but we don't live that way. God, Sister Crystal touched on it yesterday. Oh, I trust God. I'm trusting God. Falling apart. Because I can't understand. There's a gap between who I know God to be and what I see going on around me. What I feel going on inside of me. There's a gap there. And I can't seem to get it to connect.